have to give some credit, and I'm very actually happy for the trend that KSI and Logan Paul started. Because now when people beef on YouTube, you can say, fight me. And like it's a backing out makes you look like a bitch.
Klein, if you think you're more of a man than me with your cholesterol and your ugly wife, anytime, any place we will throw down in the cage, and I will smash the remnants I will smash the fat into your bones. Anytime, any place.
To be fair, his wife would probably have a better shot. He's got that big man fist, you know?
That's what she uses on the cam.
Big man fist.
But no, the only thing I saw of his whole rebuttal was him sitting there talking slowly, trying to defend the fact that he talks so slowly. And it also shows how stupid his viewers are.
I've never heard him talk.
Bro, his viewers sit there and watch him literally do this. I'm a comedian. It's fun. It's fucking, I can't watch it. It's like it hurts my brain. The people who watch it must be so fucking stoned out of their minds.
Yeah.
And when I make fun of him for talking slowly, he couldn't even put a sentence together quickly. He couldn't even give me a little bit of rapid fire. He couldn't even sit there and go, I can talk quickly if I want, but I don't think that's the best way for me to get my point across. He couldn't even do that. He just sat there and went, is talking slow bad?
His brother said something else. His brother said, you know, the shit that Andrew Tate says will have a ripple effect much more dangerous than you can imagine because his narrative is truly hateful. His rhetoric has extreme negative energy in it, and it will affect impressionable young people that won't show for years from now, and it's dangerous. Now, this is what he says,
Is
right?
this Logan Paul you're saying?
But how do you process that?
So first things first, I want to make it very, very clear that Logan Paul is absolutely and utterly a tool of the Matrix. He's a bought and sold individual with no soul. He doesn't stand up for anything, and he doesn't mean anything he says. He gets pieces of paper from Susan or whoever else telling him what he's allowed to say on his channel to retain it.
You believe that?
100%. Not only do I believe it, he's proved it himself. He will flip-flop on any issue. He can be bought and sold. The dude's a bitch. Logan Paul is a bitch, and I will say that here publicly. If anyone wants, I'll fight him for free. The guy's an idiot.
No money needed to fight Logan Paul.
Logan Paul doesn't believe in any of the things he says. We're going to use Logan Paul and attempt to use him. And he sits there and just purports the bullshit points of view that the whole Hollywood establishment want him to purport. He doesn't believe in the things he said. He's told what to say. And because he was canceled before and it emotionally destroyed him, he sat on camera crying his eyes out like a little girl instead of being a man about it. He is so fearful of the mob and so scared of being canceled again that he's going to sit there and say anything he's told. He doesn't believe that shit. Before I was canceled, him and his boyfriend Mike did endless videos supporting me, laughing about me, saying how funny I was, tagging me on Instagram, inviting me places, etc. The second I'm canceled, they flip reverse it and shit themselves because they don't want to get canceled too. They are children. That's all they are. So Logan Paul's a bitch. That's the first thing about Logan Paul. Because the people who are big on YouTube now are James Charles, who's talking to an underage kid. These people aren't even their true selves. Anyone with a YouTube channel isn't even a true personality. They are owned. Their hearts and souls and minds are... Jake Paul, it's clear to me you are desperate for a reality check. You know what? If I made my money impressing 4-year-olds on YouTube and managed to somehow become a multimillionaire from it, I'd probably live in a dream world too. But let me explain something to you about combat sports. There are a whole bunch of men out here who will never be as famous as you, will never make the money you've made, who would kick the living fuck out of you. This is the hardest sport in the world, and people dedicate their lives to this, and most of them never get a payday. It never pays off for the majority of fighters, all of which who would fuck you up. I'm one of the lucky ones. I made a little bit of money. I don't have 50 million to bet with you, but I do have 3 million to bet with you. So this is your offer. $3 million. You put 3, I put 3. Winner takes all. I'm 5 years out the ring. I'm a kickboxer. You're 2-0 in boxing. I'm 0-0 in boxing. I've never even fought boxing. I'm a retired old man. 5 years I've been sitting around smoking cigars and fucking bitches, which are better looking than the fucking girl you're advertising anyway. I will fight you any day of the fucking week. If you want to fight and you want to send a contract, send one to me. I will take a few weeks break from living my retired life to kick the living fuck out of a fucking goofy, fucking entitled dickhead like you. You know my name, Andrew Tate. Fucking Google it if you want to know more. Any day, anytime, let's fucking go. KSI did an interview where he said he knew I'd smoke him before his fight. Then he beat up 2 nobodies, and now he thinks he can fight. And then he said he said my name after the fights, along with his True Geordie was there, who's a cock who begs for dildos up his ass, by the way.
Facts.
In case you didn't know.
Exposed.
Yeah, but KSI said my name, and then I started getting in conversations about fighting him, and then he came out and said, now I'm too heavy, now I'm too big. He doesn't want to fight me. Look, KSI doesn't want a real fight. And to be honest with you,
I'll be completely fair because I'm a professional. I don't get emotional about these things. If you can fill an arena beating up idiots, why fight someone for real? Why? Like, I mean, he can fill it. He can
make the money too.
He can make a bunch of money and fight nobodies with zero risk. So why take the risk of getting your face smashed up badly and having all of it ended?
KSI won't fight me because he's afraid. He just recently tweeted this morning that I'm too big for him after calling me out because I said yes. So he said my name, I said yes, and then he made an excuse.
What's your thought on Sneeko's friend, Jordan Welsh, doing a hit piece on the War Room? So there was a guy who joined the War Room and did a hit piece video on it. Obviously, everyone knows he's full of shit. When you join any kind of organization, if you think you can just pay a membership fee and then you're instantly going to have access to all the secrets of that organization and the absolute top tier of that organization, you're just going to jump to the top of the hierarchy because you paid an entrance fee, then that organization has no value. It doesn't matter what you join in the world, whether it's a company, whether it's a sports team, whether it's the War Room, whether it's a boxing gym, anything. You have to get in there and you have to prove yourself. You help others, you'll be amazed how much help you get back. If you just join and pay the membership fee and say, yo, where's the secrets? Then why the fuck would we give them to you? Or how would we exist that long? How would we even have secrets worth giving if we just gave them away for a fucking membership fee? It's dumb shit. So your friend, who I've never met, is a fucking dumbass. And he's a dumbass, and he's out now. He fucking ran away from it all and did his little YouTube video. And it's amazing to me that he's someone so short-sighted that they're more interested in getting a few clicks and a few fucking views on a video than they are actually being part of a network, which is run by multimillionaires, the most fucking Googled man on the planet. People like you, people like all the other fucking people who are inside the War Room, who are clearly credible individuals, who clearly know things and can do things, living in fucking Romania, surrounded by fucking armed guards and shit. He doesn't want friends like that. He wants views on a YouTube video. He's a dumbass. And I'm glad he left. He's a fucking idiot.
Allegations and everything like that.
The whole, sorry to interrupt. The whole dick riding thing is the most pathetic thing on the internet. When I first started doing Twitch streams, I didn't do Twitch, but when I first Twitch streamed like a few months ago before my big banning, no one could agree with anyone without the whole chat going, dick rider, dick rider. You can't agree with people. No. How can you have a conversation where you can't agree with anyone else? Anything anybody says? How asinine and destroyed is the fucking consciousness of the population, especially these young kids, where you can't sit as a table of men and agree with each other without being insulted for that? It was fucking crazy. There's like 6 people in the chat, and unless it was constant war, the second someone goes, yeah, good point, dick rider, fucking retards, bro. It's crazy. That whole dick rider thing to me is probably one of the worst things about the internet.
He is. Wait, I got to make it fit on the screen. He's your mate, bro.
I don't know who the fuck that is. That's a chick with a hairy chest and a beard and female-sized biceps, so I'm convinced.
He's your mate. He's a tough guy.
Who is this?
Some dude in LA who makes 20 videos about us a day.
That guy.
And he sits there all day.
The Armenian genocide denier.
Yeah. He sits there all day making endless videos about us. And everyone's like, hey, I probably get about 50 messages a day. Hey, he made another video about you. Like, the last thing I'm going to do is watch that crap. So yeah, we got this guy in the dress who's saying that there's something wrong with us. All right, G. All right, tough guy. How about this? I'll fight KSI and True Jordy and this fairy all in one night. Woo! That would be a sellout arena. Tate versus